If you don't know much about the Wilson Clash line of rackets, here's what you do need to know, especially with this being the new version that just came out earlier this year in January. So, version 3 of the Clash, we've gone through two other versions. This one went back more to the feel of version 1, which everyone loved because it was a kind of new technology, new feel out onto the market. But when they made version 2 of it, they changed a lot, and not many people liked it. If people enjoyed version 1, they kind of hated version 2. But it's okay. Wilson listened and they came back more towards the feel and just playability of version 1 in the new version 3. Now, the Clash is more of a arm-friendly racket. It is one of the most flexible rackets on the market today. So, if you are wanting to help prevent tennis elbow or just help prevent injury from shock or vibration, then the Clash is a good one to look into to help you with that solution. Now, the final thing I'll say is that the Clash overall, in my opinion, is not a racket that you're going to stick to forever. This is a racket that you can use either to get back into playing if you've had tennis elbow or wrist injuries or some of those problems, or if you're starting out and you want to be preventative of it, especially at the beginner to intermediate level. I think that's where the Clash does really well. But as you get more and more into the higher levels of play, that's where the Clash starts to become a little bit less viable in order for you to actually use it properly, because your opponents are going to be hitting the ball back harder at you. And since the racket is very flexible, it doesn't necessarily reflect the power of your opponent back at them very well. So if you're playing someone with a lot more power than you, or they hit a much harder ball, then that's where I think the Clash will be your stepping stone into a new racket rather than you staying with it for the entire time you play tennis, unless you just like this racket and you just want to stay with it. There's nothing wrong with that.